providing legal protection and peace of mind for less than $1 a day. Legal Shield can help with traffic tickets, texting and driving, DUIs, court appearances, estate planning, and even contracts given to you that you just don't understand, plus a whole lot more. Call Legal Shield right now at 213-245-1305. That's 213-245-1305. Again, 213-245-1305, or visit them online at nocourt.us.
Yes! Yes! I got a mic in front of the Schmitzigal. Hey, turn the volume up.
Okay, the volume is way up.
Is it?
Oh, this volume.
Yeah, this volume.
This
there you go.
volume's
That's a little bit better. Yeah, that's better.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, we got to make sure everybody on Facebook Live can hear us, as well as everybody on KSHP 1400, home of your Arizona Diamondbacks.
Welcome to the fans of Place Your Bet on 1400 AM KSHP Las Vegas.
I just said that.
That's echoing in the room. The room has an echo. It's a big room. What do you want me to say?
It's a big room. What's it, about 15 by 14?
Our first radio studio was a lot smaller than this, right? We had the
dude, we had half of this. That was great. Though. I love the green screen.
The green screen was great. We should probably do that eventually over here too, right? The
green
screen with the
or get somebody with really bad teeth and have them stand behind us with green teeth. We won't need the green screen.
Green teeth. What is it? What? You talking about a Mountain Dew lover or something?
No,
right?
no. I mean, sometimes little kids don't brush their teeth.
Yeah, I don't know.
It gets really nasty.
My kids, they got to brush. They got to brush, man. That's all. The teeth are the most important things, man.
All right, okay. a little late to the party, but we're here. We're ready to rock, and here we go.
Happy to be here. Okay, so real quickly, I think that the Lakers should be fined again for tampering. Remember, they were fined twice last year.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah, but that's what he does.
Magic Johnson was talking about someone that he wanted. Oh, Paul George, I think it was. They never got him.
He always thinks he can get away with this. Why is it?
Well, I mean, what he said wasn't like a scathing remark. It was very, very, very bland tampering remark. But, hey, listen, they got rules against this. So now LeBron James on the Lakers, and he said having Anthony Davis would be amazing on the Lakers.
Well, I don't think.
That's kind of tampering.
Hold on a second. Hold on. If it's bona fide tampering, but you can make statements. It's freedom of speech. It's your First Amendment right. You can say whatever the hell you want to, for the most part, it's just opinion.
But isn't that basically what Magic Johnson said? We would love to have. He said we would love to have Paul George when he was on Jimmy Kimmel. He said, "Oh my God, we'd love to have Paul George." Boom, tampering, $250,000. So, I mean, LeBron James kind of said the same thing.
And I do like the fact that Magic's getting fined only because he does tamper. Magic should stay completely out of the public eye.
Why? That's ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. No. Magic belongs in the public eye.
No, he doesn't.
Where have you been?
No, I tell you where I've been.
Since 1979, he's been
on the court.
Guy.
Hold the phone. On the court. It's where he belongs in the public eye, but not in the business world when it comes to sports franchise. Maybe for his movie theaters and crap, whatever, so be it. Yeah, but with all the sports stuff,
want him front and center.
I don't want him. No, I don't want him front and center because every time he gets front and center, what does he do? He costs the company, because it is a company. He costs the company hundreds of thousands of dollars or more. He should have been. No, it should be draft picks.
But he did get them LeBron James. They wouldn't have got LeBron James without Magic. He's the one that went to his door at 12:01 p.m. to get LeBron. And that's why they got Magic there, because Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak were never going to pull a talent like LeBron. They were never going to get a big name. They tried. They couldn't even come near those guys.
Are the Lakers going to hoist the trophy is the question.
Not this year, but if they can tamper enough and get Anthony Davis.
if they can tamper enough.
If they could get Anthony Davis, I think that they have a shot. No, they lost to the Brooklyn Nets today.
I think Davis is, I got to tell you, man, I think Davis is a great player. He's a great fit anywhere he goes. This guy is probably the most impactful player in the NBA today, in my opinion.
Absolutely. 100% the most impactful.
Yeah.
And it's also impactful that the clock is not ticking down on this. It's not fixed yet.
Really?
Yes. It's just
That's unbelievable.
Let's
take a look. I'm going to walk over there. You go ahead and keep rambling, and I'm going to take a look and let everybody else see what the hell's going on here.
So we got the Pro Bowl announcements. They come out a couple weeks early, like most everything that comes out early. And the big announcement with the NFL Pro Bowl this year is Tom Brady is playing in his 14th in a row. Pretty incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
14th in a row. Tying Peyton Manning, tying... Pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
14 Pro Bowls in a row. My question to you, Sal, as you walk away from me...
I have to.
Last.
I don't know. Don't worry about it. All right. I have to go and check to see if we're actually on the radio right now. There's me. All right, now I'm going to turn it around. Yeah. Hey, Steve. The clock isn't ticking down, but we're on, which is good. But the clock's not ticking down. So when you're looking on the screen, it's not there. The good news is at least we're on. All right, here we go.
Participating in the Super Bowl cannot play in that game. They have to skip. So nobody really wants to play in the Pro Bowl anymore. Tom Brady made his 14th in a row. He doesn't want to play in the Pro Bowl. He wants to be forced to skip the game, right?
Well, I think he should be able to just be voted in, and that's about it. I mean, I think that would work, don't you think? As long as he's voted in, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't have to play in the game. And really, what's the difference?
Yes.
Right?
The difference. So the 15-minute segment started right now.
Nice! Yes!
Great.
Well, the good news is, hey, listen, we got a mic in front of our Schmitzicle today, too.
Hey, listen, at least we could find the Schmitzicle today, because I tell you one thing.
Well, you were playing hide the
for
Schmitzicle.
a couple minutes, you were going to tear down the walls of this place when that Schmitzicle you thought was taken from its perch above the clock.
you grabbed that stick and you were hiding the stick.
I was going to play Stevie Slapshot. I was going to play a joke on Sal yesterday. I took the Schmitzicle off the clock. I hid it underneath the keyboard. And and then at some point in the show, when he was wondering where it is, I was going to pull it up in front, like, woo, let's do it. The guy went nuts. He said he was storming the halls. He said someone's going to get killed. I couldn't play the joke. I had to pull it out in advance and say, it's here, Sal, it's here. Oh, okay. Okay, good, because I was going to kill somebody.
Why would you do that to my good buddy Sal?
Hey,
well, it was just a joke.
Hey, look, it's not a joke.
So
What's Sal done to you?
Listen, Schmitzicle's a big part of what we're doing here. We're all Schmidt-faced all the time. We got to make sure he's with us.
Yes, well, he's with us. Don't worry. I'm never taking the Schmitzicle again.
Right,
Don't worry.
exactly.
Yes.
If you saw this, you'd crack up, man.
What is it?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you got the Schmitzicle there?
Yeah, he's on the mic, too.
It looks like Tommy T's in the locker room with Schmitty.
I know, exactly. This is stupid. Is our clock fixed? Are we good?
It's fixed.
All right.
We have an extended segment today.
Don't worry about that.
Everything's a little out of whack.
My concern meter is on 3. Because normally it's on 0.
So I could just still click at 20, just still go here.
Absolutely
boom, right?
correct.
Okay,
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, make sure you tell everybody else that's listening on KSHP 1400, home of your Arizona Diamondbacks,
listen.
because they don't really give a damn. They want to hear what we're talking about, not about this technical crap. So let's get on with the getting on.
So we had our bowl game today. We talked about that bowl game earlier today.
How about-
Northern Illinois Huskies, not the Leathernecks.
How about the Dragons? The Dragons really laying it on them from UAB.
When did they change their name to the Dragons?
Don't
They were
worry.
originally the Blazers.
Well, guess what? They got a dragon on their hat. Don't worry about that.
Are you sure they're the Dragons? I don't think they're the Dragons.
Hey, not the Drexel Dragons.
I know Drexel.
Well, I don't know, but they got a dragon on their hat. Pull it up.
They're the Blazers. They were the
I
Blazers.
know they're Blazers.
They were the Blazers
Maybe
in
it's
the
from the
70s.
flame. Yeah, right. Maybe it's the flame coming out of the mouth. I think that's really what it is. Kind of like the fire-breathing dragon. And so
Okay.
I call them the dragons.
Okay. well,
Kind of like the
that's-
Tyrannosauruses, which,
Yeah.
I love the Tyrannosaurus. What a great name.
Yeah, no, they are the UAB Blazers
Yeah.
football. They won today 37-13.
Yeah, why call them the dragons?
Okay, the Dragons is fine. The
Dragons is
good.
better. Just like the
Yes.
Sauruses
It
are
is
better.
a- it
The
is a dragon.
Tyrannosaurus
You
is
know what?
better.
Now maybe they're called the Blazers because the dragon is a fire-breathing dragon. So
Right.
he's a blazer.
Right.
Not because of the other blazers. You know what the other blazing is?
Well, why don't you enlighten the
Portland Trailblazers.
The Trailblazers, yeah.
Back in the day when Rasheed Wallace was on the team
Yeah.
with all those, Patterson, Reuben Patterson, and all those guys.
Yeah.
They were trailblazing another kind of ganj,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what they're called,
All
the
right.
Blazers. Hey, listen, I got to tell you one thing. You got this room cold fast.
Hey, listen,
It's
it's
like
all
a couple
about.
of ghosts walking.
We gotta be able to hang meat in this joint. Sorry, the body. Hit him, rock. We need a little bit of that.
Sal walks in and says, "What's up with the hot box?"
Dude, it was 112 degrees in here. And
It
you and your
was.
hot yoga. You like that garbage. Well, I'm not saying it's garbage, but you like that stuff.
Just 1 hour every 48 hours. Just
Well,
1
it's
hour.
only 1 hour in here, and I don't want to sweat
This
my
is
ass
the
off when I walk
opposite.
in here.
This is the opposite
I
of
don't
hot
care.
yoga.
I don't want to walk in here and sweat to death.
No, listen. If I had
I already
choice,
get worked up enough dealing with you.
If I had a choice of yoga or the yoga room or the cold room, I'd take the cold room. I would take that because you stay more alert.
But you have a choice. and you choose to go to this hot yoga thing. Isn't that right, Steve?
No, the
He goes to hot pastrami.
He goes to hot pastrami. Exactly.
the yoga thing is for the health. It's for prolonging good health. That's why I'm going there.
So
It's
you're
like,
prolonging the inevitable.
yes, no, I'm prolonging good health.
Yes.
I'm prolonging. Hey, did you see the Dark Knight sign with the Angels? What do you think about that?
I think it's a waste of money.
Where's your concern meter on that?
It's on 0 because I don't like the Angels. I don't like the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, of Orange County,
You
of
used
the
to be
Orange
an
Curtain.
Angels fan.
Never.
You used to be an Angels fan.
No. Anyway, folks, we're going to be back here in just a few minutes on Place Your Bet. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come. All right. Viva Las Vegas is playing right now. Hey, Tom, you got to you have to walk up and see this. This is freaking hilarious. Walk over here.
So when that place your bet comes up, then the clock will be, it should be right.
Right.
I had a visual one.
So look. So and so I can get you.
Behind it.
Yeah, it's like this. You're back there on yours, and he's up there. It is.
Looked like you were both doing hot Pilates.
Yeah, right. The only thing we need to do is put some headphones on him.
You want me to?
Oh, I don't want you to put headphones on.
headphones on him.
Why would you need to? No, he's already here. He's already
The
wearing.
only thing we need is headphones on him. I'll put headphones on.
He's wearing a helmet. Don't worry about him. All right. At least we got our mayhem back. Now he's got two mic. What are you doing, dude? You're breaking the schwitzicle. What are you doing? Look at this guy. You're wrecking everything. No. My God.
Okay.
All right. So, folks, we started about 3 minutes late because of technical difficulties, but we are back.
Okay, in segment 2, I want to get some of your input for my fantasy football Super Bowl, the final Sunday is this Sunday.
Okay.
I only have a couple possible moves that I can make, and I'm going to run them by you.
Okay.
All right? I can put in a way.
Oh, Derek Myers. Hey, what up, Derek? What's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
Okay, so give me the American Business Trust Company.
Right. Read it with a little bit of, I don't know, kicking someone's balls, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, give it a little bit of whatever. You're good. I'm gonna have some water. Oh, I had that candy bar, by the way.
It's good, right?
Oh, dude, Ritter Sport Bars. You guys know about Ritter Sport Bars, right? Everybody
I
does.
knew they were good.
Oh,
I didn't know you were. Of course I bring it in, you're like, oh my God, these are my favorite.
I love those. They're incredible. Yeah.
Great, man. Good. What you been giving me? That cake you gave me yesterday? That little Christmas
Well, it hit the
thing?
spot, didn't it?
It was perfect.
Because you're dying. You're like, oh, I got to keep
perfect
myself
size,
awake.
man. That was what was it? Was the maple? What was it?
That was gingerbread that was in there.
Yes.
Love that.
It was awesome.
Yes. Yeah, that's good stuff.
So Sal and Tommy T, we give each other cookies and.
All right, well, something like that, terms of endearment. So, hey, folks, tomorrow, listen, if you guys want to have a little fun tomorrow, tune in at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Go to thesportscircus.com. Just Google Sports Circus. That's my show. And the reason I'm telling you this is because special guest, it's the grandson of Curly from the Three Stooges. He's going to be on. He sounds just like his grandfather. He acts like him. He looks like him. And he doesn't even try to. His real name's Brad, but it's really ridiculous.
30 seconds.
Oh, here's my promo. Where's the fucking plug? Oh, here it is. That's a little bit late, but listen to this. Or are too scared to cover. There's no primetime show like it on air that'll punch you in the mouth, and you'll beg for more. Also, you could call in and participate with our chaos if you dare. Join me and celebrity guests for Havoc and Mayhem weekdays at 5 p.m. here on KSHB 1400. Remember, folks, it's a circus, and we prove it every day. All right, I had to take that out because we don't want any copyright issues with YouTube, because all these shows are posted on YouTube as well. All right, as soon as that light goes on, his mic goes on, our mics go on. So you'll see it in just a moment. And there it goes.
Welcome back to Place Your Bet, everybody. This is Tommy T, and this segment is brought to you by the American Business Trust Company, helping your company with business strategy, sales and marketing, capital resources, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, and the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. Visit them online at abtrustco.com. And for those of you who can't spell, go to school, abtrustco.com, or call 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. 1-800-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away. Okay, bookmaker. Is that enough oomph for you?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
That
very
good stuff. Just keep
Very good.
keep on trucking, kid.
Keep on trucking. There, get ready for that third one there. Okay, I got a couple quick questions for you. As you know, I was in the playoffs for my fantasy football league. I'm only in one fantasy football league. Haven't played in a few years, right? So I decided let me get back into this.
So you're out of shape, is what you're trying to tell me.
I'm out of fantasy football shape.
Right.
Yes, I'm out of fantasy shape.
Yeah.
But somehow, some way, I don't know how I did it. I came in third place in the regular season, made the playoffs. I won the semifinal game, and so now I'm in a 2-week Super Bowl finale. So it's an aggregate. We take the total score of our 2 games. The first week was I won by 15 points. Well, 14.9 points. I'm up, but I got to make some changes, right? Because he's got a way better lineup than me. He's got a way better per game average than me. Somehow he had maybe his worst game of the year, his absolute worst game of the year. So I have to bench Cam Newton. He's my quarterback, and Cam Newton is not cutting it. There's no way he's cutting it. So I got to get rid of Cam. I mean, Cam has just gotten progressively worse.
That would be Scam Newton, wouldn't it?
Scam Newton, yeah.
Got
I'm not a Cam Newton fan. My question is, Josh Allen is available. Now, I'm hoping that my Super Bowl opponent isn't listening to me right now. But
Is he here in Las Vegas?
he's in Las Vegas, yep, and he's he might be going into the casino now. He might not be listening. So
Okay.
here's the thing. Josh Allen's available. Now, Josh Allen does not put up very good passing numbers, but he's running for almost 100 yards a game. Last week, he threw for 200 yards, 1 touchdown. He had 27 points. So I'm thinking of grabbing Josh Allen and kicking Cam off the team.
Do you only have one quarterback? You only
Yes.
carrying one?
Well, no, I have Dak Prescott too, but I don't want to play Dak.
And who would the Cowboys have next week?
The Cowboys are playing Tampa Bay.
And why wouldn't you play him?
Well, he's only put up 30 points once the entire
Where?
season.
Okay, so where are they playing the game?
In Dallas.
And why wouldn't you play Dak Prescott?
He doesn't. His average is so low. His average is way lower than Josh Allen's.
Right.
He doesn't post a lot of points in fantasy. He doesn't throw for a lot of yards. He doesn't throw for a lot of touchdowns. And he doesn't get a lot of running yards, except for that one game against Jacksonville way back in the 5th week of the season, or whatever it was, 6th week of the season. He doesn't get a lot of rushing yards either. I mean, he's due for a big game. It could be against
But why
Tampa.
would you go with Josh Allen instead of whoever else is out there?
What do you mean whoever else is out there? It's the last week of the season. Everyone's taken.
All right, so
There's
you
no
have
one else available.
Okay, so you have a choice of Josh Allen or Dak Prescott at this point.
Or Cam Newton, which I'm ruling Cam out. Are you okay? Are you going to survive with
Yeah.
us or what? Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Or rule Cam or
Just go with it.
or Cam Newton.
I would go. I don't know. I mean, look, Josh Allen. Who is Josh Allen playing against?
The Bears are playing against the Patriots, who give up a lot of yards and a lot of points.
Who is Josh Allen?
The
Facing.
Patriots. The Bills are playing the Patriots.
Oh, the Bills. You
Yeah.
said the Bears. I'm like,
I-
what? The Bears are at San Francisco.
Well, because the coughing is throwing me off.
Don't worry about that. Just keep on going, man.
So that's what I'm saying is, so yeah, I mean, it's between Josh Allen and Dak Prescott. So you're leaning toward Dak, like your instinct. We're not even thinking about it. You're like, why?
Well,
aren't you
look,
playing
I
Dak?
mean, come on. Dallas got blanked last week, and don't think for a second. I mean, look, Dallas, it was a hiccup in what they've done all year. Dallas has played very well, and everyone says, "Oh, Dallas, throw them on the dumpster pile. These guys are terrible." No, they're not. They had a bad game. Everybody's entitled to a bad game.
Against a good team, against a hot team.
They ran into a very hot team.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
what? So don't think for a second that Dallas isn't going to have a reasonably good game against Tampa. That Tampa really, they're giving up 25 plus points a game, and it's been over almost the entire season. Tampa gives up a lot of points, but remember, here's the fun thing about games with Tampa. Jameis Winston leads the league in big plays, in plays that are 20 yards or more. Right? And so the thing is, a big play offense, they give up big plays on the defense,
and
too.
they turn the ball over a lot.
They turn the ball over left and right. So why wouldn't you play Dak Prescott? I mean, is Elliott going to run big? I think Amari Cooper is going to have a jumbo day.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you take Dak Prescott over Josh Allen? I would rather have a guy that's got Amari Cooper that's playing for something instead of somebody who's not playing for anything.
All right. I'm liking that. That's you actually twisted my head back around to this. And also, my opponent has Amari Cooper. So the good thing about having Dak Prescott
Right,
is,
you got a balance there.
yeah, every time Cooper has a touchdown, I'm getting his points.
Correct. Well, here's the cool thing about that. Every time Cooper gets points, Prescott gets points, but every time Prescott runs, he gets points and Cooper doesn't get
Cooper
points.
doesn't. Okay.
So why wouldn't you do that?
Well, the other thing is I have the Bears defense. They've been the number one defense in fantasy, but I also have
And
the
they're playing
Cowboys
San Francisco.
defense. Yeah, I have the Cowboys defense too.
I wouldn't trust it. I would rather
Okay.
go with the Bears
I'm
defense.
sticking with the Bears.
Because remember, Khalil Mack's going home to the Bay Area. What does he want to do? He wants to rub it right into the Oakland Raiders' face.
And the Bears need a win because they're trying to get that bye.
Yeah,
They're
the
trying
Bears
get
have a
the number
chance
2
to get a
seed.
bye. Exactly. So why wouldn't you play the Bears defense?
Okay, very good. The Bears. And then the last one is Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is still available on the waiver wire. Now, I have Delvin Cook coming off a great game. I have James White, who's had a great year, but he had a bad game last
Henry
week.
had a huge. Why wouldn't you stick with the hot hand?
I don't have Henry. I'm trying to pick
But
him
he's
up.
available,
He's
right?
available. So I'm trying to pick him up. I'm trying to
But who do
insert
they
him.
have? Who's Tennessee playing?
Tennessee is playing the Bears. No, the Jets. I just want to say
Where?
Bears.
Is it at Tennessee?
In New York.
Ooh. And what are your choices?
I already have Delvin Cook and James White dialed in.
And
as my
Dalvin
starting
Cook is
back.
playing against whom?
Detroit.
Where? At Detroit?
Yes, at Detroit. But Dalvin Cook ran roughshod. They got that new offensive coordinator who's running the ball. That's why DeFilippo was fired. They want Delvin Cook to run.
Right. And let's face it, the Vikings have to win.
Yes, I think they can pull that game out.
They have to. But I would rather take my chances with a team against a feeble New York Jets team instead of a Detroit Lions team at Detroit. I would rather.
No, I can have both. The question is, do I mean,
I'm sorry, you had a third, and who is your third?
James White.
And James White's playing against whom?
New England's playing the Bills.
Right.
Enough
Okay.
with the proper language over here, the proper English.
All right. So it looks like White's going to be sitting on the bench, and you're going to go with the other guys. That would seem to make the most sense to
so
me.
I put in a waiver claim for Derrick Henry, and I smartly looked at my opponent's waiver claim budget. He only has $60 left. So I put in a claim for $61 so he can't outbid me for Henry.
Right.
Even though he doesn't need Henry. He's got McCaffrey and he's got Melvin Gordon coming off the disabled list.
Right.
So he doesn't need him, but he might pick him up just so I don't get him.
Right.
So I outbid him. It's the last week of the season, so I can blow the rest of my waiver wire budget.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept another $140 there just for this one purpose. So I'll get Henry, put him into the backfield, keep Dak Prescott there, keep the Bears there, right? And go at it and hope that I hold them off by 15 points and then win the championship.
Yeah.
All right.
Seems like a winner. Just
Very
remember, when it comes to these fantasy things, hey, folks, for all those fantasy football players or fantasy baseball, whatever, you're better to have a player that's playing for something. He's got a dog in the fight. His team has a chance to do something where they're going to call on him a lot during the game, right? You want his number called a lot, not a team that doesn't matter. The game doesn't matter because they're not going to really play that hard. You want them to be playing their butts off every down, and that's why you got to go this way.
Okay. All right. That's good. So that's great. Sal, help me out with my Super Bowl finale, and we'll let you guys know next week how I do, and hopefully I can get a little bonus, baby. Yes. So there's a little bonus action. It's like cashing a ticket. It's like cashing one of our tickets from Place Your Bet.
Well, you know what that means? That's a pizza for Sal the Bookmaker.
It is a pizza. Yes, and we can't name the place that we're going to because they don't respond.
No.
So very good. Okay, I'm liking that.
Well, and look, this is for all those fantasy players out there as well. I mean, look, there's a lot of shows out there that talk about sports betting and this and that, but how many talk about fantasy football? I mean, to a point where it's like, let's break down these players for real. And why should you be playing them? And look, I take the same approach when it comes to picking games, right? It's why you ought to be playing. It's not who's injured. I don't give a damn about that stuff. But why are we doing it? Because the money's doing it too. Look, there's a lot of pay. This is a pay league that you're in, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in this case, what are we doing? We're talking about a pay league, but all those people that play in the free ones, I play in the free ones. What do? We pick the guys that have the most at stake, right?
A dog in the race.
That's right. We got a dog in the fight, and that's what it always comes to.
A dog in the fight. Yes. Or is it a cock in the fight?
Yeah, if you're from South Carolina. If you're from South Carolina.
Well, they don't just do cockfighting in South Carolina. They do it in the Inland Empire in Los Angeles, too.
Right. Well, I'm just thinking of the Gamecocks.
Yeah.
Remember when we had the Cocks and Zips?
Yes.
The Akron was playing South Carolina. What a great matchup.
Yes. Who won that game?
Right. Well, just like, look, one of the best matchups ever in the Pac-12. What do we have? We have the Oregon State Beavers against the Trojans. I mean, what could be better? Beavers and Trojans.
I don't have my sound effect board here, but
You know what that means? That means we don't have to. We don't have to have a gong approval.
No, that wouldn't have got the gong of approval, bud.
Why?
The gong of approval would have been for your advice on the fantasy football finale. That would have got the gong.
Come
of
on,
approval.
the Beavers and Trojans. What a great matchup.
That's no
I mean,
gong
that's
of
one for
approval.
the ages.
Don't mock the gong of approval.
Is it not? Come on, Nate Schmidt likes it. Nate Schmidt is on the microphone right now. You just can't hear him.
We love Nate. Okay, so back to the Washington Redskins. They're always in the news, and they're always on our show for the wrong reasons. We talked about that. We talked about them picking up Reuben Patterson earlier in the year after he got arrested for domestic violence yet again
Yes,
at a hotel down in Miami
Because-
before their team's game.
because that's what they do.
Knucklehead.
Yes.
So now they have another player. He's a backup safety, Monte Nicholson, and his girlfriend. Now, Monte Nicholson and his girlfriend got in trouble
girlfriend?
this weekend, but not for what you think. Monte
How do you know what I
Nicholson.
think?
Well, maybe you're thinking that Monte Nicholson beat up his girl like the previous guy
Okay.
did. Monte Nicholson did not beat up his girlfriend. In fact, Monte Nicholson and his girlfriend beat up another guy and the other guy's girlfriend. No,
What an idiot! Here we go.
and
It's
as per-
more mayhem. This is exactly what happens. Because let me ask you this: Can you look? Did Monte go to school in the Southeast Conference?
I don't know. I can
Look
find
it
out where
up.
he went to school.
Find it.
but
Just
first
right
of all-
here. You got a
first-
computer right here. Find it.
I
Right
don't.
there.
It's not working. But first of all, or else I would. First of all, Monte Nicholson got arrested in Ashburn, Virginia, which is, they say, a few miles away from the Redskins practice facility.
Right.
And apparently Monte beat up the guy, the victim, the police said, and the girlfriend beat up the victim's girlfriend.
Hey, but you got to respect the fact that the girl jumps into. I mean, look, the last thing I want is if I'm going to be in a brawl, and let's just say the girl jumps in and she starts ripping the hair out of my head, whatever's left of it, right? And so the guy's punching me everywhere else, and she's ripping the hair out. I want my girl to jump in there and start pummeling her as well.
Seems like
God,
that's what happened. So
that's exactly what I want to
Monte
happen.
did not go to the SEC. I'm sorry to say that Monte Nicholson did his
he a
undergrad
Big 12?
study at Purdue University.
Oh,
And he transferred,
Oh, he transferred
midway through to
There it
Duke
is.
University.
Get out of
And
here,
it
you
said
wise
now
guy.
he's doing his he's at
this
law
guy.
school at Loyola.
Yeah, right. All right, where did Monte go?
Michigan State.
Just as bad, Michigan State.
What do you mean? It's in the Big Ten.
It doesn't matter.
It's in your
Michigan,
conference.
Michigan State blows. I mean, come on, this is Larry Nasser territory here. We know what that guy
Oh
did.
my goodness.
That guy's a
Terrible.
piece of
And
garbage.
they protected him for years.
Michigan
So-
State, flush him down the toilet. Those
so
guys stink.
Monte Nicholson was charged with
They played in the
assault.
Brown Log Bowl, right? Didn't they? The Brown Log Bowl.
I don't know.
That's what you said. You said that yesterday.
I just didn't want to say toilet bowl again. I was
Why?
looking
It's
for
the
another.
crapper. What's the difference?
He was charged with assault and battery and being drunk in public.
Of course he was.
I mean, the Redskins just cannot help themselves. First of all, we wouldn't know who this guy is. We have no idea who this guy is because he was benched earlier in the year when the Redskins picked up Clinton Dix.
Ha-ha, he
Right.
says. Ha-ha.
So you think Ha's laughing over this one?
Right. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix.
That's his name.
I know. Well, it's not really his name.
Well, of course
His
it
real
isn't
name
his
is
name.
Hashan. It's
Yeah.
Hashan.
But of course, it's not really his name. But someone looked at him and laughed, so that it stuck. when he was a
Right.
kid.
They pulled him out and they started whacking him in the face, started whacking him on the ass.
So the point
And it
is,
was.
we wouldn't know
And
who
somebody was
Monte
laughing at
Nicholson
it.
was unless him and his girlfriend beat up another couple.
But I
It's
like
only
the
way-
fact that the girl jumped in on it.
It is a little better than Monte
That's
getting
cool, though.
arrested for beating up his girl. It's better. Than
Right, but I love the fact that it was tag team and it was a couple against a couple. That's great.
I don't know why I knew you would like this. It's the second day in a row I found a story that you did not know and you enjoyed. Yesterday it was the American Sports Gambler,
Right. But I mean, come on, what?
for lack of a gong of approval.
Dude, I thought you said we had no sound effects.
We only have the applause. I've been hitting it. It's the third time I've hit it.
It's the first time you hit it. It's the first time I've actually heard it.
I've hit it after every copy I've read.
No, you haven't.
I have.
Well, maybe you
kidding
have. I don't
me?
know. I couldn't hear
have.
it. It doesn't matter. You know, I didn't have the headphones on. That's
I
what it was.
know because you were getting ready with the Facebook Live, but I have that on this board. This board is nothing. Nada. Ungats.
Okay.
Right?
But what's cool, though, I mean, think about this. Let's just say you and the women are out, you're having a nice dinner, and then someone starts to, give you a hard time. You end up, all right, let's step outside. I'll beat you down out there, bring an army to lunch. You start beating them down. Then she jumps in, his girl, and she starts ripping your hair out, your
I love it.
eyeballs.
You're right.
And I love the fact if my girl jumped in there at the same time and started beating her down, I mean, come on. That's the 1-2 punch. Can you imagine?
I'm
Well,
with you
yeah, I
on
mean,
that. I'm
well,
with you on that. Absolutely.
But can you imagine the energy when you get home? Right, huh? It's like, all right, well, let's get it on. Yeah, right. It's going to be one of those knockdown, drag out in the bedroom as well. Bing, bang, boom.
Okay, so earlier I was on your show today, and you said, Tommy, get off your phone. Like you scolded me like my wife. Get off your phone. Okay, so here's the thing. The reason I was on my phone was because the Buffalo Bulls were heading
How
into
about
Syracuse.
them Buffalo Bulls?
Okay, let me set this up. The Buffalo Bulls were heading into Syracuse, and they were taking on the Orangemen at the Dome. And I want to tell you the last time a Buffalo school went into Syracuse and did some damage. Not the Bulls, but another team from Buffalo. So after our commercial break, we're going to get into the Bulls of Buffalo at Syracuse.
All right.
All right?
I'm going to guess that's going to be. What is it going to be? Niagara or Canisius?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, it's got to be one or the other.
But yeah, you know your Buffalo schools. That's for that.
Of course I do. I'm going to guess it's Canisius.
But so the Bulls went in and they completely dominated.
I know.
Syracuse.
I was watching the updates on
The
it.
Bulls are good.
I told you they're good.
So I'm going to give you credit for calling this, and I'm just going to draw my parallel because you know how I am. I'm a historian, so I know what's going on.
You're just old. You're a
40
relic.
years ago. Well, I'm a historian with
No, I
Civil
know.
War, Revolutionary War.
I love that stuff.
Yeah,
I watched the old World War II stuff in color. I
Yeah,
love that
yeah.
stuff's in color.
The Bulls are 11-0 after this game.
And they're only ranked, they're ranked 14th in the AP,
They're gonna go to the
15,
top 10.
15 in the UP and the USA Today. I mean, these guys are certainly worthy of a top 10. How about the Zags dropping a second game in a row?
Yeah, who they lose to this time?
Well, they lost to Carolina the second
Carolina,
game.
Yeah, well, they play, but in defense of the Jags, they play everybody. Duke, North Carolina, Tennessee, they don't avoid anyone.
Right.
Their preseason schedule.
Well, I'll tell you what, there was
pretty
almost another upset today. I was watching this one, and I didn't give it to anybody. I made a mind bet. And I said, after Butler's terrible loss against Indiana, last second shot with Indiana, I said, watch and see if Butler doesn't lay an egg against Presbyterian. And Presbyterian, the Blue Hose, had him on the ropes.
tough. The what?
The Presbyterian Blue Hose.
Okay.
Yeah, and they ended
go.
up
got
winning.
Kelly
I know,
Davis.
I got it.
What, a blue hole?
Hose. Like, remember a fire
Oh.
hose? Remember the socks, right?
I thought-
The Presbyterian, not the blue
I
hole.
thought you were talking about
No.
H-O''S.
No, but anyway, they gave them all they could handle. It's incredible. All right, we're coming on. Not justice for some. All right, 1 minute.
No, it's only 30 seconds, this clip. From rags to riches. I got my dad a Tony Bennett album and a Victrola for Christmas.
What?
I got my dad a Tony Bennett album for
Oh, yeah?
Christmas.
Nice.
He loves, the albums.
I'm trying to get Tony on my show.
Tony Bennett?
Yeah, trying to get him on the circus.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right, here we go.
Shut! All right, here we go. Kill the music. Okay, folks, welcome back to Place Your Bet. I'm Sal the Bookmaker. This segment is brought to you by Cali Vegas, helping people
Just like you, create and host your very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk show. Cali Vegas can help you with everything you need to get out of sitting on hours of traffic every day and host your very own talk show in your very own studio. Call Cali Vegas right now at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Again, 949-445-1119, or visit them at calivegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com, and tell them Place Your Bet sent you.
There's the applause. It's been there all day.
Yeah, now I heard it. All right.
Okay.
Moving on.
Moving on. So the Buffalo Bulls, ranked 14th in the country, go into Syracuse and crush the Orange, step on the Orange, 71 to 59.
the Orange.
I mean, just a domination. The Orange were winning 36-32 at halftime, and Buffalo outscored them in the second half 39-23. Complete domination. I mean, this game wasn't even close.
And by the way, it was at Syracuse.
At Syracuse.
If everybody, listen, folks, if you guys are wondering who the hell are the Buffalo Bulls, you better go check them out because they're ranked 14th in the AP, 15th in the USA Today. This is a bona fide top 10 team. And I'm going to remind you that the Buffalo Bulls are also a very good squad in college football. Good Division I school. These guys, they dominated most of the year. They got a bowl game coming up. This is a very good athletic director over at the Buffalo Bulls. Give him a big round of applause.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yes!
Now this game is a big deal for Buffalo going into Syracuse in almost 50 years to the day. Today is December 17th?
18.
Today's December 18th. Okay. So December 7th, 1968.
Thought you could say 1941.
Almost 50 years to the day.
Right.
Niagara University goes into Syracuse and they beat the Orange 118 to 110.
Now, what are the colors of Niagara, by the way?
Niagara colors are blue and orange.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, that's what it says right here, blue and orange.
Really?
Yes. So they go into Syracuse and they win that game by 8 points. But here's the thing.
Sure it's not purple and white?
Kelvin Murphy of Niagara, the 5'9" point guard, scored 68 points in 1968.
Wow.
68 points,
That's
5'9"
mad. And there was no three-point line back then either.
No, he was 24 out of 46 from the field.
46 shots.
Which, by the way, when Kobe scored 80 points, he was 28 out of 46 from the field. But he was 24 out of 46 from the field.
Yeah, but everybody got out of the way for Kobe to score,
He
too.
was 20 out of 23 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and it says here notations, and he also sold popcorn in the stands during timeout.
Yes! That's incredible. Give him a round of applause.
Kelvin Murphy.
Give the super applause. Raise that volume. Yes!
And I thought that Jim Boeheim played on that 68 team, but he must have been an assistant coach because Jim Boeheim played with Dave Bing at Syracuse. They were the starting backcourt, and Boeheim was the assistant coach then. But how about that? 50 years ago. Actually, it wasn't at Syracuse. It was at the Niagara Student Center in Lewiston, New York, right outside of Buffalo.
Nice.
50 years to the day, the Bulls go back into Syracuse and kick their butt again. Is it safe to say that Buffalo owns Syracuse?
I mean, I think it's safe to say that the Buffalo Bulls own the state of New York.
They do.
They really do. I mean,
They're
who
better than
could
St. John's?
Exactly. They're better than
Right?
St. John's. They're better than Syracuse. I mean, really, who else is left that is a good club? It's not going to be Stony Brook. By the way, where's Stony Brook? I know where Stony Brook is. Do you?
Stony Brook is on Long Island.
It is.
Yes.
All right. Give yourself a round of applause.
Okay, thank you very much.
It's on the Long Island Sound, as a matter of fact.
Okay, yeah. All right. Of course, I'm from New York. I dated some girls from New York. Must have dated a girl from Stony Brook. It's the only way I know. It's the only way I know all my geography. Cheerleaders and...
From where you dated them from.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay. So, of course, the Duke Blue Devils, they struggled today. They played Princeton.
Right,
which
and
is usually a good
the
team.
line was 29.5, and Duke, of course, doubled them up.
Oh, my God.
101 to 50 for the Blue Devils over a Princeton team. And here's the funny thing. The Princeton team, they're noted for that vaunted Princeton four corners defense, or I should say holding the ball. Right, holding the ball.
Well, no, they can't hold the ball because of the shot clock.
I
But no,
understand
they're-
that.
The Princeton
But they
offense
play
is
the four-
it's a backdoor offense.
That's it. That's
a lot of backdoor cuts.
That's all it is.
Yes,
That's all it is. Just like on the Vegas Strip, a lot of backdoor cuts.
Okay.
But anyway, another story for another time. But the fact is, against Princeton, that really is a slow the game down
Yeah.
offense.
Well, that was Pete Carrill who used to coach Princeton back in the 90s.
Right, but
when they
they've-
almost beat number 1 Georgetown with that offense.
Right,
It's pretty
but
incredible.
But they have kept that slow it down game.
Yeah, of course.
And for Duke to drop 101 on a team like Princeton, that really slows the game down. That's incredible.
Well-
that tells you how scary this team is. No matter what, if you want to play a running gun like Kentucky tried, Kentucky lost by 34
Yeah.
against them, and now you play a Princeton team that tries to really slow the game down. It doesn't matter.
Well, that
You can
means
throw
that-
anything at them.
That means that Duke just applies tremendous defensive pressure. They don't let you get into your
No,
offense. They probably
you
had
can't.
a ton of turnovers and fast breakaway dunks in that game. Yeah. Duke
Yeah.
is
And they can
Duke
shoot
is,
the ball, and not only dribble drive, but man, they can shoot.
Is anyone in the ACC going to beat Duke? Because Syracuse isn't going to beat Duke.
No,
this
and
year.
remember, they lost to Gonzaga because they beat themselves and they couldn't hit the free throws down the line.
Wait, Duke beat themselves or Gonzaga beat themselves?
Duke
after
beat
the
them.
game.
No, Duke. Right. Duke beat themselves against the Zags.
Themselves rubbing off on me.
Don't worry about that. Move on. You're killing me here. Come on. We don't want any dead air.
So what that air? I'm setting up everything here. Nick Nurse, one of my favorite names, the new coach of the Toronto.
The Tyrannosauruses.
I let you
Yes!
say it right. He
Come on,
was
it's a great name. You got to say it. Say it.
The Tyrannosauruses.
All right. Now sit. Oh, you are sitting. Okay. Roll over. All right.
my
See, he
goodness.
does what he's like, whatever I tell him to. Yes. Moving on. All right. So Nick Nurse.
He was fined $15,000 for saying the referees couldn't coach better than my grandmother.
That's great. But how would you getting fined 15 G's for that? That's stupid.
Stupid, right?
I think he ought to be able to say something like that because he's not saying anything vulgar. What's wrong with that?
Well,
That's dumb.
he may have insulted his grandmother.
You're
by
right
saying
about-
the referees
All right, so
are
his
that bad.
grandmother should have fined him 15 G's,
Yeah, absolutely.
right?
Yeah, as I was coming in, my father called me and says that he hit the first 4 numbers in the Powerball. My father, he told me he almost won the Powerball. He goes, I hit the first 4 numbers.
Buddy, you know how hard it is just to get one number?
Well, he got 4 numbers, so he won.
What do we know?
300
I was going to say a couple
$350.
$100. Good for
Yeah,
him.
but I
Give
said
him a big
that-
round of applause. It's your dad.
He's already won a couple lottery tickets.
Did you win the big one?
Well, he won a $30,000 one. It's not
Really?
a big one, but yeah, my
30
dad's
G's, man. That's pretty good
yeah, my,
size.
my dad's a winner, man. He wins these.
Nice.
These
Got a horseshoe up
tickets.
his ass. Good for him.
He does.
Yes. Hey, let's bring him to the track.
And it's pointed out. Well, he spent a lot of time at the track with my Uncle Max and my Uncle Hippo. My God,
Uncle
those guys-
Hippo, right. Tell everybody about Uncle Hippo.
Uncle Hippo was a beautiful man. My Uncle Hippo was he was the large one in the family, of course, and we loved Uncle Hip. Uncle Hip passed away at a very young age, though. It was tough. Uncle Hip he passed away at 47 years
Wow.
old of a massive heart attack.
Wow. Well,
And
you know.
him and my dad and my Uncle Max, the 3 of them, they were the bookies in the neighborhood growing up. They were the bookies, and they were like I always said that they were the worst bookies you've ever met in your life. I mean, they weren't tough. They were sweet guys.
Did
They
you
were
ever,
all sweet
did
guys.
you ever have that game Hungry Hippo?
No, yeah, I
That
never
would be great.
remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of those great games, for kids. So you had Uncle Hippo.
Well, we didn't even think of it though. He was just Uncle Hip. Hey, Uncle
right.
Hip, how you doing?
Exactly. So you had Uncle Hippo, and I had Uncle Bowie.
For a floater, like a floaty.
Yeah,
buoy?
right out in the middle of the lake or the ocean. Uncle Bowie, because all he did was he drank RC Cola, and he got so big, and he was just like JoJo the whale from A Bronx Tale.
Oh yeah.
But he was actually built like a buoy, almost like a Weeble. Weebles, well, if they don't fall down.
Yes.
Yeah, Weeble, you owe us money.
You literally called him Uncle Bowie.
Uncle Bowie.
That's
yeah.
great. Did you
that's
spell it the right way?
Yeah, of course.
Buoy.
Yeah, I made Christmas cards out to him, Uncle Bowie, that way.
Yes. Yeah. My father when
That's what happens in in these Italian families. We come up with these goofy names. That's why we got No Neck Tony and Joey Bag of Donuts and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you don't
We've
even-
got Joey Pierogi watching us right now too from Chicago.
And you don't even think of the nicknames. You don't even think it is a nickname. It's just their name.
Right, it is what it is.
I told you when I first brought my wife back to my hometown to meet all my buddies. I all the guys from the neighborhood. I was Tommy T growing up. I grew up with Frankie D, Paulie D, Barry D, Billy Z, Nicky G, and the Big C.
And the Big C is what, 5'0"?
The Big C was the shortest one in the group. Now we're all short. We're all 5'9", right? Well, Frankie D was 5'10".
Who's
Sebby
the
was-
tall one? Who's the
Sebby
power
D was
forward?
Sebby D was 5'10" and a half, right? He was the big one, right? But the Big C, we always called him Big C. And so I introduced my wife to everyone, and then after she met everyone, she leaned over and she goes, "The Big C? What? He's so little."
I know. Where's this big thing come in,
He's
right?
so little. His name was Cianfrocco, Marco Cianfrocco, right?
Right. Yeah, but
He
you know,
called
Marco-
himself the
Marco's
Big
watched
C.
us.
No, Mark, he follows us, but he only brings up his ex-wife in here, though. He can't get
No,
past his
well,
ex-wife.
I wonder if she's down in Texas because
No.
there's that song, all my exes are in Texas.
Oh yeah, no, his ex is in Seattle.
Oh,
yeah,
but- that's right. Yeah, right, 'cause of the football game.
You don't let us talk about Seattle because it reminds me of his ex. But Big C was going through such a bad breakup that when I was doing the drive between L.A. and Vegas all the time, whenever you get bored, you just call C and just hear him complain about his wife for an hour.
That's
I
hilarious.
swear to God,
Yeah, by the
she's
time you're all the way
killing
down
me.
to Orange County now.
No, she's
Right.
it was the easiest thing to call Big C, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, Big C was a tremendous football player, though. Big C was quite an athlete, but he was the big man on the field. Yeah, him and I were in the defensive backfield on a
5 foot-
state-winning team.
5'9",
He was 5'8". I was
Whatever.
5'9".
and that's in 3-inch heels.
Studs. What are they? Pumps.
Whatever. This guy's talking about pumps and studs. Whatever. He's wearing spikes for his heels.
Okay, so if you're laying odds, what are the odds that the Lakers land Anthony Davis before the season runs out?
5-2.
Really?
Yeah.
Way better than I thought.
I'm thinking 5-2.
Well, they're going to have to trade their entire roster to get him, aren't they?
Well, you're going to see what's his name from Duke? The kid. What the hell's his name?
Zion Williamson?
No. The guy the Lakers got right
oh,
now.
Mark Ingram.
Ingram's going to
No,
go.
not Mark. Brandon
Ingram.
yeah.
Ingram's going to go. Ingram's gone.
Well, yeah. I mean, but I didn't think that he'd be in high demand.
Well, it doesn't matter because he's a guy that hasn't. Let's face it. He hasn't had a chance to really develop fully. I mean, he's new in the league, really.
Okay.
But he's got a huge upside.
He's got some skill. And
Right.
then Lonzo Ball's going, too. Is Kuzma going also? because they're not going to want to get
Well,
rid of
hopefully,
Kuzma,
I
too.
wouldn't want to see them get rid of Kuzma. I like Kuzma.
Kuzma's their best player.
Yeah.
And Kuzma played 4 years of college ball. That's
Right.
why he came ready-made.
He's a mature
Josh
player.
Hart's their other good young player,
Right.
4 years at Villanova.
Right.
Josh Hart played for Jay Wright, who won 2 national
Yeah,
championships.
He's one of my favorite coaches.
Kuzma played for someone maybe you remember, Larry Kristoviak. Remember Larry Kristoviak? Right? He was a good power forward for the Milwaukee Bucks there for a while.
Right.
With old Don Nelson's offense.
Right.
So he's coaching the Utah Utes.
Right.
And I'm not talking about young people.
Like 2 Utes.
I'm not talking about two young
what?
people.
Right. 2 Utes. 2 what?
An actual Ute.
Right.
Like
I
they,
know.
what, is
The
that,
Indians.
It's an
They're
Indian
Indians.
Ute.
Yeah. That's a tribe.
But where we're from, we refer to Utes as youngins.
Well, I don't really use that word. Maybe you do, but I know what you're saying.
Well, that's what the whole Fred Gwynn from
Right. To
my
what?
cousin Vinny. To what? Did you say
Did
Utes?
you say Utes?
That was
To
Herman.
youths.
That was.
I love when he walks in wearing that tuxedo, looking like he was waiting at a restaurant or something. That was the best.
That was
I wore
Herman
this,
Munster.
I know. I wore this for you. This ridiculous outfit for you.
When the judge corrected him and said, "Did
you
you
on
say
drugs?"
Utes? Did you say Utes? How did he say it correctly?"
2 youths. I love when Herman Munster goes, "You on drugs?" No, I'm not on drugs.
I got to tell you, you're a movie buff too. You say that you only watch sports and cartoons, but you do watch movies.
Certain movies I'll watch 100
You watch
times
movies,
over.
right?
Like that one I've seen 100 times. I love it.
My Cousin Vinny, what a tremendous film, right? We got to get some sound effects in there.
Oh, I
in
love
here from
that. That's
right?
good. Well, yeah, if the sound effect board works one of these days.
Have the board here.
No.
We're here at AM 1400 KSHP in Las Vegas.
You like saying that, don't you?
Well, I want to let people know where we are. Like you're supposed to give
Well,
station identification.
don't you think for a second that they've got their damn radios tuned in their cars? It's like, well, what station we listen to? Are you serious? Did you actually waste 6 seconds of our time by giving a station ID when they give it in literally 5 minutes at the top of the hour? They do it at 59:50.
You have to give station ID at all times, so
At
they
No, at 59:50. And folks, right now you could see that we're 5 minutes away from 59:50.
Actually, it's 56 right
Whatever.
now.
All right, doesn't
So
matter.
that's a minute off.
Whatever. All right.
Everything's whatever. All of a sudden, you're a teenage kid. Whatever.
And
Everything's
3.5
whatever with you.
No, but I'm not saying it like a teenage kid. I'm like, whatever. And I'm saying it the other way, just like maybe what your wife would say if you said, well, okay, honey. She says, oh, whatever. And you know what that means? That means the old F you. Right.
Yes, it does mean that.
Yeah, it certainly does.
It does mean that.
Hey, Mike from Paducah. What's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
What early games are we going to start looking at for the upcoming week, for Week 16 of
Well,
the
I think
NFL
we go right
season?
back to your fantasy football dialogue because you've got a couple of games there that actually have some value. I mean, take a look at the Dallas Cowboys. I really don't like the Cowboys. I don't like to go near those teams.
You never do.
No, but the Cowboys have a lot at stake right now. The Cowboys really have – they're playing for something like the Bears are playing for something too. And the Bears are playing the 49ers.
And the Vikings are playing for something
The
also.
Vikings have to survive as well.
Yeah.
Right? And then you take a look at some of the other clubs. Hey, as much as crazy as it sounds, you got to watch that Washington Redskins game. Remember, they're at 7-7.
No, they're still in it.
They're still in it. I mean, 6 teams in the NFC are fighting for spots right now.
They're playing the Tennessee Titans in Nashville.
That's a tall order.
And they're getting 10 points.
That's a tall order,
and
buddy.
they're injured. They got Jeremiah
And what is
Jameson.
it? And that screams. It absolutely screams tampering. I wonder if Magic Johnson's in that business too.
Magic Johnson is not a tamperer. Magic's a good guy. I don't know why you
How
don't
do
like
you know?
Magic. I met Magic many times.
You
Magic's a
met
nice
him. Okay,
guy.
so are you in his social circle? Yes or
No,
no?
but Magic-
All right,
I
no.
like
you
Magic.
already said no. All right, moving on.
That doesn't make you don't have to be in a man's social circle to determine whether he's a good guy or
How
not.
do you know?
How do you know?
How do you know?
How do you know?
How do you know?
I don't know, but how do you know?
Because you're not in around him on a regular basis. How would you know?
The Browns,
You don't know!
The Bengals and the Browns. The Browns are still alive.
Which is hilarious to imagine. Oh, by the way, here's the good news
We
for
hit
the
him with
Browns.
5 shots.
Well, here's the best thing about
and
the
he's
Browns.
still alive.
The Browns have at least 6 wins, so they're at least College Bowl eligible. How about a big round of applause for the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah,
Yes!
put them in a toilet bowl.
That's hilarious.
Well, the Bengals have 6 wins too, so both of these teams are College Bowl
Right, but the
eligible.
tiebreaker right now goes to the Browns.
Yeah, because they only have 1 loss. So if they win this game, they go 7-7-1. Is it possible the Browns could finish over 500?
I told you they were going to finish
That's-
8-7-1.
That's ridiculous.
I figured they were going to finish 8-7-1.
Well, that's what if they win their next 2 games, they're 8-7-1.
Right. Who's the last game against?
Well, let's find that out in the last 90 seconds.
Well,
of the
hurry
show.
up. It's
Very,
actually
very
the last
easily.
68 seconds.
Very, very easily we find out the last game is against the Ravens. Nope, they're not going 8-7-1.
Don't you think they could play spoiler for the Ravens?
Yes, but they're not going to beat the Ravens in Baltimore. The Ravens are tough. I love the Ravens.
They have
They're
no
always
quarterback.
tough.
They have no quarterback.
They got a quarterback.
If Flacco's done. Oh, who? They've got
Lamar.
Lamar?
Lamar Jackson's undefeated.
He's undefeated. Whatever.
No, he's lost. He lost one game, but he's good. Lamar Jackson's
He's
pretty
not
good.
good. He's not good. What's good about him? He can run the ball, but that's it.
He could throw the ball.
Oh, yeah, sure he can throw the ball. Yeah, he's got one outlet, and who is that? Who is it?
That's-
John Brown. That's it.
No, not John Brown. Willie Snead.
All right. Well, whatever the case. Whether
And then they got that good tight end, Andrews.
but he's terrible.
I don't know.
Lamar is terrible. He can't even speak. How the hell can he communicate with his team? Doesn't matter, folks.
What do you mean he can't speak?
He's
He can
terrible.
speak.
He can't speak. This guy's awful. Have you listened to him in an interview?
Yes, I
He's
understand
terrible.
every word he says.
Okay, great. All
We're gonna
right.
get him on the show to have him speak.
All right, folks, we're going to be back here tomorrow right here on your favorite station, KCHP 1400, home of your Arizona Diamondbacks. And go to placeyourbet.vegas. Check us out. Check out what we're all about, and we'll see you then. So long, everyone.
Poor guy. Poor guy, my ass. That guy can't speak to save his life. He's a fucking moron.
5950. We're good.
This guy's a fucking moron. He can't speak to save his life. All right.
I don't think he's a moron.
Dude, he can't. Did you listen? Have you?
hairline's right here.
Oh, I know. That guy's awful. That guy's awful. Let's put our Schmitzicle back up here.
Let's hope no one ever takes that Schmitzicle for real, buddy.
Oh, dude, I'll be fucking screaming. Hey, this is.
So where were you going to go if I didn't pull it out? Where were you gonna...
Dude, I don't know. Hey, everybody, there's our Schmitzicles back up there. As you can see, there's our time. And we put Nate Schmidt on the top of everything because we can. All right. Next time, call in 702-221-7283. I always say it because it always keeps being it. And remember, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and always believe in the power of Hulkamania. That is all for Place Your Bet, and we'll see you next time. So long, everyone.
Fix this board. How come we don't know how to fix it on our own? You know?